my father evidently undertook to, as with the Yiddish situation, to reform the practice of synagogue music in the Reform Temple. And, you know, like when Bach went to Leipzig, his idea, what he put forth was the idea of reforming the music to a well-regulated church music, is what he, I think the term he used. And Papa wanted to really give this music some Jewish character, because he felt that the music that was being done, the best of it was Sulzer and Lewandowski, and he felt that that was really not Jewish music at all. It happened to be done in Germany in the 19th century, but it was basically, at the most Jewish it got was sort of Mendelssohn, not at his most Jewish, but Mendelssohn, you know, as his, in his various choral pieces. And that music had no origin in language or Yiddish or Jewish melos. Not from the cantillations, not from Hasidim, not from the Nigunim, not from any sort of, or any source of Jewish life. He did this for many, many years, and it was a tough sell. It was a tough sell because they had a rabbi who was basically a Presbyterian. Jonah B. Wise was, you know, as Jewish, I would say, as Newt Gingrich. He was really not just a Presbyterian, but an offensive Presbyterian. And he spoke with a very pretentious kind of Anglican accent, as if, you know, he wanted to hide every trace of possible Judaism, and particularly any trace of Judaism which smacked of the East, the Osten-Juden. You know, it had to be High German or nothing. And he was, you know, and he was a real prick, this guy. He was nasty, and when he would read the prayers, you really felt that he had horns coming out of his head, you know. Then there was Friedrich Lechner, with whom my father sort of got along. He was a fair musician with a nice voice, but he was basically, he had the dynamic excitement of a hippo. And he's, you know, it was always the same. It was always lugubrious. It was always schleppenish. And, you know, he would do these things with, he would acquiesce to my father's proposals to do certain kinds of music. But it was never any excitement created there. The excitement came from the choir loft. Anything that I knew about religion came from the feeling that you'd get in the very rare services that I would attend there. When I have to sit in the congregation, it was hell. When I was able to sit in the choir loft and watch Papa work with these things, it was great. It was inspiring. He was a very demanding, particular, and dynamic leader. His best work, I have to say, though, was with amateur choruses, because with professionals, he exhibited a kind of lack of patience and a kind of hard-edged discipline that was not really the most productive. I learned a lot from watching that and its effect. I learned in the negative way that I swore I would never do things like that. But with amateur choruses, we're talking magic. You're talking about a person who had the charisma of a real demagogue. And he could have them peeing in their pants of laughter, just hysterical laughter at something he had said, and they said, "Enough! Not upbeat to the next thing." And they would be just like that. It was just incredible. It was like a military operation almost, but for musical reasons.